As your inner being is focused upon what you're asking for, your inner being is focused upon the new that is in the state of becoming. If you don't do that, you don't feel good. And so it's important to understand that your inner being does not look back at where you are. Your inner being always looks forward where the creating is, because your inner being understands that the law of attraction is responding to what you are giving your attention to. The law of attraction is responding to what your inner being is giving attention to. And you and your inner being are really one who have the potential of two perspectives, but your inner being will never look at what you think is wrong, ever. So when you do, you cause an unnecessary vibrational split or discord or resistance within you, and that's what negative emotion is. Your inner being will not join you in your worrisome thoughts. So once you understand that, and you understand that you are constantly having new exposure to new life, which is causing you to launch new rockets, and that your inner being is focused upon those new rockets of desire, and that the law of attraction is responding to this powerful focus of your inner being. Now, think about what that means. Your inner being, this source that is really who you are, is now focused on your behalf on what you want. How wonderful is that? And the law of attraction is responding to every vibration and every source of vibration. Every thinker of every thought is being answered by the law of attraction. So the law of attraction is responding to your thoughts, which may be worrisome, maybe not, and the thought of your inner being, which is never worrisome. It's always forward looking. It's always progressively looking. It's always looking toward what you have newly asked for. So as your inner being is looking at what you want, the law of attraction is therefore gathering all of the cooperative components to what you want, lining up everything for you to discover along your path of least resistance. Ooh, hear those words. Your path of least resistance, you just got to know, is the path that your inner being is focused upon. Your inner being is paving the way, clearing the brush, getting everything ready for you for your discovery of it. It's a wonderful path of ease and flow, but you humans, you are so determined to struggle in order to justify your existence. And so you'll choose the hard way, usually because you think it will bring you more reward. The path of least resistance is the path of most satisfaction, because what the path of least resistance means is you've asked for it, your inner being is all over it, the law of attraction is responding to your inner being, the pathway is clear for you, and if you are in vibrational sync with your inner being, then impulses are occurring to you that are leading you joyfully and with confidence in the direction of what you want. And a life like that is really a lovely state of being, where you receive an impulse, feels good to you, you're wise enough to know that this good feeling means that there's no resistance within you right now. Now Esther might say, oh, that doesn't seem fair. Doesn't seem like it's all me because I was reacting to other things. We say, therein lies your problem. Letting others control what you're letting in by your isolated moment in time, picking something that feels bad and then being unhappy that something that feels good can't get in through your spewing of what feels bad. It's attraction, it's attraction, it's attraction. So what is the remedy? Well, for a while we've been teaching you, reach for a thought that feels better. But there's a law of attraction momentum going on that won't let you find a thought that feels better when you're under the influence of something that doesn't feel good. Doesn't that make sense to you? When you try to focus on that subject, you just get more resentful and more unhappy about it as you focus more about it. And so what we're suggesting is something that we're calling getting out ahead of it. And what we mean by that is practicing a vibration of letting it in. when you're in a place that it's easy to practice the vibration of letting it in, until you get so good of being in the place of letting it in that even when somebody's behaving in a way that you usually wouldn't let it in, you're so practiced at letting it in that you don't stop letting it in because you're having a knee-jerk reaction to something that's going on. You're so practiced at knowing your well-being. You're so practiced at feeling blessed that when somebody who, for whatever reason, doesn't feel blessed themselves, and so they're acting wonky around you, you don't have a knee-jerk reaction to their wonkiness because you're steady in your knowing that you are blessed. Does that make sense? So the two ways of going about that, meditation is the best way we know, because when you quiet your mind, you stop all that wonkiness. When you quiet your mind, you stop thought. When you stop thought, you stop resistance. When you stop resistance, you're under the influence of your source energy. And when you're under the influence of your source energy, the world is brighter, the world is nicer, the world treats you better, and you treat the world better. Under that influence, things go well for you. So when you quiet your mind, you stop doing those reactionary things, those knee-jerk response things. So flying in yesterday, Esther came from San Diego. It was a long flight, and she was flying Southwest, which she really likes, the dependability of it, the sureness of it, the convenience of it for her. And when they landed in Boston, they were 25 minutes early. But the gate was still being occupied by whoever was there before, so the plane sat on the tarmac, which was fine. She thought to herself, doesn't matter if I'm in the air or sitting on the ground. We're early. So she was focusing herself into a place of feeling good. And then the man behind her, who she had not noticed all through the flight, began to feel fitful. And he was a large person, and his knees apparently had been touching her seat the whole time. She was just not aware of it. And he began bouncing his legs in a sort of nervous disorder. And as he bounced his legs with his knees against her seat was vibrating pretty well, so much so that she couldn't play her word game because she couldn't quite touch the spot she meant to touch on her word game. And so the first minute or two, she pretended it was a massage and tried to make the best of it. And then she put her word game away because it was not possible to play the word game. And so she sat there under that, and then she thought, I wish his knees would stop jerking. And then she thought,